YouTube family, let's talk about the real hero of the Cleveland Browns. And it's not Myles Garrett, and it's definitely not that coach, Kevin Stefanski, and it's definitely not the little leprechaun who's going to Lollipop Guild's world, not Dillon Gabriel. Judkins, you got it right.
The muscle tight end just trying to pound that Miami defense. Whoa, for a little bit of a bobble, Judkins gets it back. Judkins, the muscle tight end.
That's right, Judkins, everybody. This guy is a hero I see. This guy walks with a different walk than most people when he's game ready. We're going to talk the truth how the Cleveland Browns are not only going to destroy Shedeur Sanders' career, but how Quinshon Judkins is about to waste his career being in a wasteland that's known as the Cleveland Browns. Now, give me my goddamn theme song.
I've been broke so many times, I don't want to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
Now, as I've been telling you guys in many of my videos, while I had to argue with people who don't like us or who don't like people who look like Shedeur Sanders, I got ridiculed for telling people that Judkins is one of the steals of the draft minus Shedeur Sanders, meaning, of course, we know Shedeur was the steal, but I knew he would not get a fair chance to exhibit his skills, but Judkins would, because they were in desperation. They only had Sampson. Now they got Judkins. I knew Judkins would be an improvement, but here's the thing, guys. Judkins had 85 yards late in the fourth quarter total after already running for 75 yards. Let me show you what I'm talking about, why I think they're about to ruin this guy's career, and it's not going to be good, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta hear. Look at the stats. Quinshon had 75 yards, 18 touches, and 4.2 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. I need you guys to look at the sincereness of the situation. Look at the 4.2 average, and then look at the carries he got. Those are the significant things I want you to look at, because it's easy to mask it with the 2 touchdowns and the 75 yards. But I'm looking at the real professional thing, which is the 4.2 yards average and the 18 carries he had all in the first half. What does that tell us? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it tells us the Cleveland Browns are done. It tells us you have no quarterback at all. Why are the receivers even on the field if that's going to happen? It's unacceptable. These bubblegum predictable play callings are going to have the end of what the Cleveland Browns are known as, which already was trash to begin with, but you're about to see an exhibit it in the worst way ever possible, because now the defense of every single NFL teams know the blueprint. Run, 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 maybe throw a little 5-yard pass. You played against the Miami Dolphins. Play against a good coverage of a defense and watch the whole thing goes up to smoke. Playing against a good defensive backs that are in the NFL who are running the 4-3s, 4-2s, who can cover like you wouldn't believe it, it's game over for you guys. Because you're going to have to throw the ball over 10 yards when you play a real defense. You played the Miami Dolphins. You kept giving Judkins the ball so much, I knew that was going to happen where he got exhausted. They just forced all their defensive linemen in the trenches. They forced their linebackers in the trenches, including their defensive backs. Miami Dolphins had no respect for Dillon Gabriel, none at all. When it came to the second half, they put everybody and their grandmama in that goddamn defensive line. They knew you were going to run the ball. You're predictable, Coach Kevin. Judkins' career is going to get ruined like many guys. That's why a lot of their running backs get injured hefty, bruh. They cannot throw the ball down the field. Cleveland Browns have been this for years, and they keep blaming their receivers.
Hello, we're your Browns receivers, and we got a problem. We can't catch.
Ah, man.
My bad. Oh, my leg! Call my mom.
To watch Kevin Stefanski up there being a cheerleader, rewarding everybody in the locker room, but not talking about the actual factual problem, the elephant in the room by the name of Dillon Gabriel.
Hey, fellas, how about that teammate game right there? How about supporting each other? How about supporting each other?
Get the hell out of here with this supporting each other bullshit. You only support Dillon Gabriel. You don't put your running backs or your offensive linemen nor your great defense in good positions to win. The defense get exhausted after exhausted on every goddamn downs. It was due to Miami's turnovers and the bad NFL officiating this season what helped your franchise. Can we be honest about it? Why isn't anybody who are called so-called professionals aren't speaking about the atrocities we've seen with the fact that Cleveland had no other weapons but Judkins himself? Judkins is in a world of problems. You had a great defense who finally stepped up once again. My brother from another mother, Devin Bush, that is. We all know Devin Bush Sr., great NFL talent. His son, Devin Bush Jr., you know what I'm saying, coming out of Hollywood, Broward County, Florida, that is, played for Michigan. He had a great game speech because they knew they couldn't rely on Dillon Gabriel.
Today is about respect. Today is about hitting them over and over and over and over. How many times we gonna keep cranking on people and not finishing? We gotta finish today.
You gotta finish. They knew the urgency of this game. You're out here celebrating like you won a Super Bowl. Your running backs were your MVP. If it wasn't for great running backs like Dillon Sampson, his pregame speech gave me a little bit goosebumps because the younger guys who are oftentimes dismissed by Coach Kevin Stefanski, they had more of a win-wherefore than your weak front office.
Hey, y'all know what it is today, bro. You know what it's going to be. You know what it look like, man. Ball security, ball security. That's the main thing we got to talk about right now. Don't fret. It's going to come. It's going to come. Make sure we get that ball in our hands. Make sure we secure it. And when we got it, let's do what we do. Playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Playmakers. Woo!
Playmakers. You got some dogs on your team that don't get the limelight. They don't get the hype because of what we're witnessing. If the blueprint continues going on how it's going, we know running backs are not valued like the way they used to get valued, especially dealing with a lowly team like Cleveland Browns. I won't be surprised if they use Judkins as trade bait next year just to get an Ark Manning if he does dare to enter the NFL draft, which he won't. Manning needs at least 2 more years before he gets in the NFL of things, if even that. He's barely a college quarterback. But this is your Cleveland Browns, bro. You're ruining the career of Judkins, and look how he gratiates himself to the Cleveland fans. To see him giving autographs out, he's not picking and choosing who he should favor more. Look at all those guys he's signing autographs to. They don't look like him, but we don't see race. Unlike the Shedeur Sanders haters, our group of people don't see race. We just want a fair chance. We want to go out there and be a family. That's all we ever wanted to do. So I am making this video about Judkins, and I'm showing nothing but respect to him because he's trapped with the Cleveland Browns. His career is not going to advance far with the gimmicks that Kevin Stefanski keeps trumping up. You cannot win NFL games playing like that, guys. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. Look, I even got a jersey of Shedeur Sanders. It's not representing Cleveland Browns. It's only for Shedeur Sanders. But it's to show you people are watching. People are willing to give the lowly Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Doodle Browns, that is. We're trying to give you guys a chance. But when you have to watch garbage like that, it's not fair to content creators like me who are going to give the actual facts of the game. I'm going to watch the entire game, but you're forcing me to watch the entire game of a redundant, predictable play calling. This is why Judkins only had like 10 to 15 yards in the second half rushing. It's not because the offense started lighting up the scoreboards. No, it got predictable. And every single NFL teams out there, they see the blueprint. I mean, they already knew they could beat the Browns, but they see a blueprint to do it in a scandalous way, bro. Thank you, Coach Kevin Stefanski. Once again, proving who you guys are. But then again, you guys are out here celebrating championships that you didn't win. We are the champions, my friends, and we will keep fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers. Man, out of here, bro. I seen enough of what I gotta watch, man. You guys like the Abysmal Show. We like the real facts over here, man. Kevin Stefanski trying to kiss the running back's ass. I ain't gonna play it right now. I know what it is. Shout out to the fans out there. Get out of here, right, bro? Gimmicks over real plays. That's what the Cleveland Browns equals.
I've been broke so many times.